Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Flosstube 13 and if you've never been here before, my name is Nadia. I don't have that many cross-stitch projects to show you this week. Well, I have two that you've seen before if you've already been here, and then I have two that I started, so two new starts this week. So let's get into Darth Daddy. So I mainly focused on Darth Daddy this week because I want to finish the two pages that I have been working on over the last couple of weeks. I want to finish them before Christmas. So here's what it looked like the last time you saw it, which would have been last week. And here is what it looks like now. Lots and lots of progress on this one. I'm really happy with this one. I actually stitched more on this one than anything else this week. So basically what I did when I was homeschooling, instead of doing the stamped kits, I worked on this. And that gave me a total of 3,048 stitches this week, which is probably the most I've ever done on it in 1 week. I've almost finished this page. I did finish the other page that I was working on because I was working on these two at the same time. I've just got to get this tiny bit done, and then that is the two pages finished. So I am at 48.93% with this one, and it is looking really nice. It looks really nice on video. It's easier to record on a video than it is actually taking a picture of it, because I tried to take a picture of Instagram this week for Whip Wednesday, and you could see the gaps on it because this is stitched on 25 count, half stitch, 2 strands. So there is a little bit of gap in the black areas here and the lighter colours on this edge around here, but on video it actually looks really, really good, so I'm really pleased with the progress that I've done on this one. Next up is my Lord of the Rings, and if you haven't been here before, my Lord of the Rings is my biggest project. It's something crazy like 900 stitches wide, I think, but what I've been doing at the minute to keep on top of it is stitching 200 stitches a day. And I've been really enjoying that, so I've been doing it for a good couple of weeks, and I actually see more progress that way instead of picking it up for 2 or 3 days of the week. So I've been doing well, not up to, sometimes I do less, sometimes I do more than 200, but this week I did 1,389 stitches, so I did a fair bit. So this is what it looked like last week. And here is what it looks like now. Now you can see this bit is folded behind it, so it's probably making it darker, but here is what I did this week. So went all the way across to the end of the page and then started working down, which is what I typically do on all of my cross stitch patterns. It is looking really cool, especially when you open up the bit that's already been done. It's looking really, really nice, and this is some sort of brickwork here, so we're getting to the bridge or the wall in the picture. You'll have seen it in the image that I put up of the actual picture, but yeah, it's looking really, really cool. So as I said, I did 1,389 stitches on this, and that takes me to 2.74%. So these two were the only things that I've already worked on that I stitched this week, and the other two are new starts. What I want to show you isn't actually a Black Friday purchase. It was purchased about 2 weeks ago, and then it arrived here. So one of my friends that chats to me on Facebook and on YouTube was making an order with Oraloa for the first time. She wanted to try cross stitch for the first time because she's typically a diamond painter, and they were having a sale. So she asked if she minded if I wanted her to pick anything up, and then when it got to the UK, I would pay her and the postage cost to get it sent to me, because Oraloa's postage to me for a cross stitch pattern would have been about £15, so it was a lot cheaper. And this is the one that she grabbed for me. This is called Zen, and it was on sale because, as far as I'm aware, there was a complaint about the skin colour in her face. Apparently on the actual cross stitch it's a bit darker than it should be. I haven't actually got to the face yet, so I haven't looked. But the lady Tracy that did purchased this and then sent it to me. I offered to send her the money and then she said don't worry, so this ended up being a really lovely gift. So thank you very much, Tracy, I really appreciate it. So obviously because she sent it to me I had to start it. Now this stamped kit is a 14 count stamped kit, and I've started off in the corner here. And what I'm actually going to do, if I just get the pattern out for you. So you see all this green, it is actually white on the actual image. So I'm going to leave it all out because with a cross stitch, a stamped cross stitch, you have to wash them anyway to get this print out. So I'm thinking to save myself a bit of time, I'm just going to ignore all of the green because the fabric's white anyway, so I don't see the point in stitching it. And then that should save me a little bit of time. But I'd say I did about 2 hours this week on this one. And I'm just doing the background. For some reason, even though it's a stamped kit, I started in the top left. I always like to start in the top left of all of my cross stitch patterns, really. But I could have started anywhere on this. I just really wanted to, out of habit, I started on the top left. Remember if I said Zen was 14 count? So she's 14 count full cross with 2 strands. And Aura Lower is a licensed stamped kit company, which is perfect. So for Black Friday, I made 2 purchases from Hobby Jobby, and I had to start one of them straight away. It is this little mouse. I don't know if it's too dark. Hopefully it's not. And he's holding a Christmas tree. Now this is something that I would never typically stitch. It's not full coverage. It's a paper pattern, but he's just so adorable. And I think I wanted something different to what I always stitch, which is full coverage. So this is 2 strands full cross. It's on Zweigart Ada. It's 16 counts. And the strands are Anchor, which I have never used before. So this is the first time I'm using Anchor threads, which is really nice. 46 colours. It says the skill level is like 2.5 out of 5. And it's going to be 22 by 15 centimetres. Now there is backstitch in, obviously, his whiskers and things. I don't know if the light, let me see if I can turn that up. Can you see him with his little backstitch? He's beautiful. He is really cute, and I'm going to give this away as a gift when it's done. The Zweigart fabric is actually got glitter in it. It's a glittery fabric. So let me see if I can put something on the back so you can actually see what I've done. I don't know if you'll be able to tell that the fabric has some sort of glitter through it. I don't know if that's going to pick up on the camera, but it looks really nice in person. So what I've started doing was page 1. I started in the middle, and now I'm doing page 1, so I'm going up. So this is the mouse's ear, and this is part of the tree here. I'm going to try and get this one done as quickly as I can because 1, it's quite small, and 2, I want to give it away as a gift. Yeah, it's such cute fabric though. Like because I always use easy count fabric. Is it even weave or Ligana? I don't often see fabric like this, and it's so pretty. It's so glittery. I think it will look really nice in a lovely frame for Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to finish it before this Christmas, but I'm actually going to sit and work on this one today and see how far I can get on it. Because it's a paper pattern, it's taken me a lot longer. I think I would have done twice as much already if it was a PDF pattern, but never mind. It will get done, and it's actually really nice to do something different. I never thought I would say that I liked doing a small cross stitch because I usually get really frustrated, but no, it's really nice at the minute. I'm enjoying that. So as I said, I bought 2. I haven't actually started the other one. I think that ring light is way too high. This is the second thing I bought from Hobby Jobby, and it is a Bulldog or a French Bulldog. Now I have a French Bulldog crossed with a British Bulldog, pet chubs. I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about her before. And I've always wanted to try and find a cross stitch that looks similar to her. This one doesn't look completely like her. It's more along the lines of a French Bulldog. But it was on sale and it comes with its own nudge hoop, which is really good because basically what you do is you stitch it and then you use this nudge hoop as the frame that goes on the wall. So it's the right size for the picture. This is 16 count fabric again. Zweigart Ada. Is it glittery like the last stuff? No, it's not glittery. 2 strands, full cross, and there is also back stitch and half stitch. 2 strands half stitch in certain places, which to me, I think I can see it here. It's these little speckles around the outside. Some of these are going to be half stitches. But isn't he adorable? Absolutely. Well, it'll be if it's my chubs, it'll be a girl, but it is adorable. I just haven't, because she's a crossbreed, I haven't found a picture that looks exactly like her. But this is close enough. And it has 48 colours, 3 skill level out of 5, 15 by 15 centimetres, and obviously comes with the nudge hoop. Now I got this for £19, which I thought was an amazing deal because you've got your fabric, your floss, your pattern, and a nudge hoop. And it's not a cheap looking nudge hoop as well. It's one of them decorative frames, so it's a wooden, you're not going to see it, it's like a white wooden effect in there. It's really, really nice. And I would definitely recommend the Luca S patterns, the kits, because the paper pattern is massive. It's absolutely huge. And you also get 2 separate sheets for your back stitch and everything, because if you're like me and you use a highlighter on a paper pattern, sometimes it's difficult to see the back stitch after you've put your pens all over it. So there is a separate paper for your back stitch, which is brilliant. I don't know when I'll start this one, perhaps sometime next year, but yeah, I am really happy with it. I'm glad I bought this one. So speaking of Black Friday purchases, I was terrible this year. I bought loads. So I obviously got them 2 kits, but I also went on unconventional cross stitch and bought 3 patterns. I'll try and put them above my head here for you. They had 20% off, so I had to pick them up. And then I went and bought Heaven and Earth Designs pattern, which it does actually, I was going to say probably, but it does have the largest amount of colours that I've ever used on a cross stitch pattern. I think it was 260. Cannot for the life of me remember the chart name, so the picture's going to have to go here. But I bought supersized max colour, and it's such a beautiful picture. I am thinking of stitching that one for my birthday this year, which I also want to talk to you about in this video. Actually, I want to do a plan. I want to tell you what my plans are for 2024. Now, I don't have a lot of plans. They're more like a rough goal, if that makes sense, because I do stitch what I want whenever I feel like it. But I kind of, now I've got a lot more starts, I kind of want to make sure that nothing gets left. Okay, so I do have a list, so I am going to have to look down, but my 2024 plans, for Lord of the Rings, it will stay the same. I still want to do the 200 stitches a day. I found that really helpful. And that will be every day of the week. So far I've kept up with it, so far it's been every single day since I said it about, I think it was about 3 weeks ago. I changed the way I was doing it, because before that it was, I would stitch on Lord of the Rings for about 3 days a week, and then I would go on to other projects, but now I stitch 200 stitches on that before I stitch on anything else at night time, and then I see what time I've got left over and I work on another project. So that's going to stay throughout the whole of next year if I can keep up with it. But it does stop me from getting bored of the pattern as well. So at the minute, I'm happy with that. So 200 stitches a day on Lord of the Rings will stay. I've got a Christmas start coming soon, which is Prefect's Bathroom. I'm actually going to start that. You'll see that on the next Flosstube, because the last week of December, the Christmas week of December, I won't be uploading a Flosstube. I'll be doing a special Christmas vlog, which will combine my cross stitch and my diamond painting together for anybody that is, you know, that wants something to do on Christmas Day or over the Christmas holidays, because not everybody's busy with family. Some people do like to just chill out and watch YouTube, you know. Everybody's life is different, so I thought I would do a really long Christmas vlog. So that week you won't see any of my progress until I come back like to normal after Christmas. So I'll start that next week and you'll see a small bit of progress, but it won't be much until after Christmas, basically. So in January, what I'm going to do for every single month, I might as well just explain it first, is obviously do the 200 stitches on Lord of the Rings, and then have one project every month that I focus on more. So you know what I'm doing with Darth Daddy at the minute, where I'm aiming to get them 2 pages done. I will stitch on this one project each month more than anything else. So I will sit with it when I homeschool, and I'll stitch when I can. Whenever I've got a few minutes during the day, that's what I'll be stitching on. I'm not gonna fully commit to this plan, but that is what I want to do for the rest of the year. And this is just gonna help me slowly get through these full coverage patterns without realizing that I'm putting in extra effort, because I don't want to give myself a week. Say 1 week, I'm like, okay, this one's been really neglected, let's see how much we can get done. If I do it gradually over the month, I think that will be the best thing. And then whenever I get bored of it, I can just pick anything else that I feel like it. So that's what I'm going to do. So for January, we're doing Pokemon. I'll put the pictures here as I go along in case no one's ever seen them before. So January, we're going to do Pokemon. February is going to be for Venom. March is going to be for Intrusive Thoughts, which I really have neglected. April is going to be Gamer Girl, which is the chart that I wasn't very happy about. May is my birthday, so that'll be a new start month. So when it gets to May, I will pick something out of my patterns that I want to start. It will probably be the giant supersized max colour 260 colours woman with the beautiful dress that I've shown you. I'll put another picture up, but I showed it to you. It will probably be that. June, I will focus on Poinsettia Pixie. July will be Dawn to Dusk, which is a stamped kit. August will be Zen, which is the stamped kit I just showed you, the new start. Then September, we will go back to Darth Daddy like I have been for the last 2 or 3 months, actually. I've been working on that quite a bit. So I'll put that later on in the year because I could do with a bit of a break from that one. November will be the Christmas start, Prefect's Bathroom. And then December will be another new start. So if I can keep to this list, I will only start 2 projects next year. Now, I'm not making any promises because I know what I'm like. I get in a funny mood, as some of us do, and I just start something. I will just literally just sit there and order all of the stuff and then start it. It depends how the year goes. I'm not going to promise that I'm not going to start anything until May, but that is the goal that I want to have, where I only start 2 projects next year. Chances are I'll probably start the dog that you've seen before that because it's a small kit, but that is my goal and we will see how it gets on. How I get on, sorry. So yeah, that is all of that. Now I just want to quickly do some shout outs because I realised that I haven't done any shout outs since I've been on YouTube. So let me get the names up again quickly. I've only picked 3 for this week, but I will make sure that I do more shout outs because there's a lot of Flosstubers that I watch and I obviously don't want to list them all in one video. So I will make sure that I do another shout out next week because there was a few more that I wanted to mention in this one. So the first one is Adventures of Stitching. She's a lovely lady. I don't know how often she uploads because I don't tend to catch her videos that often, but she's got lots of lovely full coverage and smaller kits, so you should definitely check her out. Everyone that I mention here I'll tag down below as well. Now the second one is Stitch Bliss Corner. She's the lady that got me into cross stitch. I randomly found her videos one night and just couldn't stop watching her, and I ended up falling in love with all of her pieces. Now if you like cross stitch, big full coverage cross stitches, she's the lady to go and view. She is a monogamous stitcher, so she'll only typically stitch one full coverage at a time, and I don't think she uploads consistently. I think sometimes she'll wait a couple of months before she uploads if she feels like there's not enough to show. But I just love listening to her. I love having her on in the background just while I'm stitching. She's a lovely lady. Like, she is my favourite cross stitcher, my favourite floss tuber. And then the last one is Mrs. Stitches. I hope I've pronounced that right. I found her since being on Flosstube. She commented on my stuff and then I went over to her channel to find her stuff. She's got lots of lovely different things that she's stitching on, and she has an adorable bird. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten his name now. Chicken Hawk, I think is his name. But she's lovely to watch, and she has like a nice variety of cross stitch patterns as well. So that is everything, and I will go and I will start Prefect's bathroom this week. Definitely want to get some more done on that little mouse, and I definitely want to finish that page on Darth Daddy. So hopefully I can achieve that in the next week, and I will see you next time. Have a good week, everyone. Bye bye.